from our own little pot garden. So this is our little Sicily 5-in-1 patio vegetable garden. So here you're seeing it includes basil. It also has in it tomatoes. So here's your, this is for the color.
Right.
It's also a natural pesticide,
exactly.
right?
Exactly, yeah, there's 3 edible plants and then 2 that are color, like the Salvia and the Marigold you just saw, color, and we've got our pepper. So you've got your, I love it, the little pizza garden or your pasta garden, your Italian garden, and there's all of the 5 things that you get. It's a little Sicily tomato. And the little Sicily tomato is somewhere in between a cherry and a slicer.
Okay.
So it works in salads, it works in salsas, it works in bruschetta.
Or it's good to just like, if you just want to.
Exactly, just pluck it off the vine. But there is nothing better than homegrown tomatoes.
I agree with you. I mean, it is every time I eat a homegrown tomato, I'm like,
and where do we start?
I'm like, they're so good. All right, you start, because I just want to let everybody know, since we introduced this new set, was it, Kevin, you said over 1,700 of this have been ordered. It's unique. This is not something you see at the big box garden center. So I love that you're getting all these different plants in one, and you actually get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right, I'm gonna have some bruschetta.
Yes. So homegrown tomatoes in the grocery store are grown, so they will have thick skins and they'll last longer. They're not grown for flavor or for taste, but that's why we've picked these little Sicily and the Say Yes pepper and the basil, because of the taste and the flavor, and because they work so well together. They're such popular vegetables or fruits, and they'll work so nicely in this pot. And the really great thing about this is the sample.
I'm sorry, I just want to keep eating.
No, keep eating. It's so good, isn't it? Fresh tomatoes. You can't beat, nothing says summer like a fresh tomato. And this is a fast-growing tomato. So you'll have these little Sicilies early. So some of our tomatoes are later. These will be early. Okay. So you can see this sample. This is a big sample. The Marigolds,
like
the
that's
Salvia,
the one that arrives
This
at our
is the
house.
one that arrives at your house.
Oh, wow.
In 4 weeks, you will have something growing. Tomatoes, there's already a little tomato on here. You can see the peppers in here. They're green, so they're probably harder to see. And especially with our green background, we've got our basil. This is going to be such a fast grower. It will turn into this over here in 4 to 6 weeks.
All right, so take a look. So this is just
out.
about a month and a half after we've planted.
Absolutely.
And doesn't it have a nice presentation to it? You know, sometimes I've had tomato plants in a container. It's not like the prettiest thing to look at.
Exactly.
This is actually really attractive. This could be decoration as well as, oh, hey, there's a little pepper there. Let's put this in our chili. Let's put this in our spaghetti sauce. So you have the color, and you were saying the 2 non-edible plants, they also play. Yeah, okay.
Right, they're not just colorful. We love the color. I love how that looks. It is one of those things that you want to put on your patio, right by where people sit. But the marigolds are natural pest repellents. So a lot of times we were talking about the effort you put into gardening, and then a little rabbit comes along and takes a bite out of all of your tomatoes. So the marigolds are natural pest repellents. So any of those rabbits or tomatoes and peppers typically get the same kinds of pests. Okay. And so the marigolds repel those as well.
So they're very thoughtful. And what they paired together, oh my goodness, look at the yield on that one.
Amazing.
Oh, look at that cluster.
Yes. And so this little Sicily will grow in clusters like that. And then, of course, the basil, it's 2-toned basil. So that's a lot of fun. And
so basil, that darker basil, you still eat that?
It,
oh, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. And then you can add it to as a dressing, or you can cook with it. You can make pesto. This is a prolific plant, but all the plants that we have chosen, because they will continue to provide you with what you need all summer long out of a little container.
I think this is pretty cool. So look at our spread. This has our fresh little Sicily tomatoes. So look at the bruschetta. So look, they fit on those little bruschetta toast points so nicely, right? It's the perfect size.
It is the perfect size.
So it's a little bite-sized amount. And then over here, making your own fresh salsa. I will tell you, my mother, she helps with my kids, Katie.
Nice.
So she came in and she said, she had all these tomatoes and what. I'm like, what is all this for? She said, I want to make some salsa. And I'm like, why are you going to make salsa? You could just buy it so easily. She said, because it tastes better when you make your own. I'm like, all right, my bad, true that.
Imagine if you grew those tomatoes yourself and those peppers yourself.
Then it takes it to the next level.
Absolutely.
And you're seeing all of our little Sicily tomatoes there. Remember, you're getting yellow peppers and that fresh basil. So adding that to your fresh salad. if you're trying to make better choices.
Yes.
You know, I find sometimes I'll buy tomatoes, Katie, and I don't get to them, and I feel so bad that they go bad before I eat them. Here, look, leave them on the vine till you're ready.
And they'll last longer because you've picked them at home. They haven't traveled 3 weeks to get to you. Plus, you know what they've been growing in. Sometimes we want to choose organic, and sometimes it's too expensive to choose organic, but you know in this case exactly how you've been growing it. Plus, nothing tastes better than homegrown. I mean, it really is the best flavor. You know, as I mentioned, I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. My 4-year-old, tomatoes during the year, she won't eat them. It's like she looks at this and she says, oh, yuck, disgusting is the word of the day. But she says that, and then all summer long, she picks tomatoes off the vine, picks cucumbers off the vine, pops them in her mouth like they're candy.
Well, they are that yummy though. And because there's something that she's invested in.
And she helped me plant.
Water.
Absolutely.
So you finish chewing, because I want you to take me through how I am going to maintain and get the best yield. So can I just share with you, look, our Caprese salad. So taking our little Sicily tomatoes, adding some of those mozzarella balls. And where did the basil come from? Oh, you grew it.
Garden.
You grew this, and you know it's going to have much more flavor, like you said, when it's fresh.
Absolutely.
It's going to, you know, this is going to add that little something something if you want to make a at-home margarita pizza, add it to your sauce. So you're getting 3 edible items in your 5-piece patio garden. So it's the tomatoes, it's going to be your peppers, and it's going to be your basil. All right, so how do I get from this to that? Because I want to be successful.
Yes. Well, you want to put it in at least, I would say, an 18-inch pot, at least. So take it out of here, and when you take it out of here, they're all growing together. We planted all of these together, what you see here. So you don't need to worry about them all falling apart. They're growing together. You take them out of the pot, put them right in your container. Sometimes what I like to do is take the pot they're growing in and stick that container in my other container. And then I fill the soil around it, pat it down, take the pot out, and put the plant back in the hole.
I love these tips.
So it makes it a little easier for you. And then we also have a different fertilizer for this one. It's our budding flower booster for fruits and vegetables. Yeah, so it's the same pod, but it's just
specifically
specific for fruits and vegetables. So you just take one of these, put them in your watering can, 1 per 1 gallon, and you're done.
And there's the info on your screen, by the way. So how often should I fertilize?
I would say with this one every 2 weeks.
Okay, good to know.
So tomatoes love food. They love to be fertilized. Most of our fruits and vegetables do. They need a little extra boost, particularly when you're container gardening. And container gardening is so popular. You know, a lot of times either you've downsized or you're renting. You don't want to invest putting something, digging a hole in the soil, in the ground. And so container gardening is really the way to go.
All right, so we're going to look at the zone map because this one also has a different ship date.
Absolutely, yep. So take a look at the map and match the area of the country with where you live, and the dates below is when these will ship out. So you may notice that the date is 2 weeks past some of our other plans that you've seen, because we just want to make sure that you are successful.
All right, so if you're saying, I don't know, I'm still not sure, Cottage Farms, you guys back up your plants and flowers.
Just give it a try.